Or is this full-time MMA now?
I love full-time MMA right now.
Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full-time
MMA.
And Brian Foster came out throwing leather in the beginning of this fight versus Ramsey Nijem. What a spectacular performance, what a great fight, and what a spectacular finish for Brian Foster. And I believe the co-main event of PFL 2. Ramsey Nijem, a UFC veteran, now fighting in PFL. These guys fighting in the $1 Million tournament. Brian Foster came out. The first round could have went either way. I think Brian Foster might have edged it out. As I said, he came out slinging leather, but Ramsey Nijem was able to survive some heavy pressure from Brian Foster and eventually get the fight to the mat in the first round. And he was able to control the position there, and then he landed a nice shot. He stood up to the point to where Brian Foster was in a position to land up kicks, but he ended up coming right back down and landed a nice shot, in the form of some ground and pound. But the first round was really close. Then Ramsey Nijem really controlled a majority of the second round with top position. Not a super lot of action, but so you might have the second round for Ramsey Nijem. He could have been up 2 rounds going into the third, but that's where Brian Foster got the job done. Early in the third round, spectacular from both guys. They both came out and threw spinning kicks at each other the exact same time, spinning back kicks, and it looked like they both might have connected. But then Brian Foster followed up with the second one that also connected. After that, the fighters went toward each other, and I think Ramsey Nijem was going to shoot for a takedown, but Brian Foster landed a jump bicycle knee that connected with Ramsey Nijem's dome piece. Ramsey Nijem went down, and Brian Foster followed it up with some ground and pound. Fight was stopped shortly after. It was a great performance by Brian Foster, who I don't know how many. We got to figure this out, full-time family. These PFL fights, like if you get the finish in the third round, I believe it's 3 points, or if it's a decision, maybe 3 points. If it's the second round, like 5 points. I'm about to tune into this PFL tournament, man. I don't know what's going on with these points, but this seems really fun. There's also great fights. We just saw the debut of Kayla Harrison, who looked amazing. First round armbar, holy smokes. Now it's time for the main event of PFL 2. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. And before we go, shout out to all the full-time MMA white belts that have hit the subscribe button. Make sure you also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. And if you want to become a full-time MMA blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, or black belt, all you have to do is go to patreon.com/fulltimemma. I'm out.
Bye, Felicia.